Welcome to Books Crux, your source for timeless wisdom. In today's video, we explore the profound teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, on medicine, illness, and healing. Far beyond physical treatment, the Prophet's words reveal a deep connection between suffering and spiritual reward. Whether it's the pain of a thorn prick or the silent weight of a troubling thought, each moment of hardship carries hidden blessings. We'll also uncover the spiritual benefits of visiting the sick, the responsibility of doctors, the limits of medical treatment, and the divine assurance that every disease has a cure, except old age. Let's dive into these sacred insights and see how they align with today's world of medicine and healing. Is pain merely a punishment, or could it be a path to purification? Can a simple visit to the sick earn you the reward of paradise? If every disease has a cure, why do some illnesses remain untreatable? Are we morally responsible for using only lawful medicine? How do we reconcile modern medical science with the prophetic stance that infection has no reality? What does it truly mean to trust in Allah when facing illness?
Medicine reward of illness, pain. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, when a mu'min suffers any affliction, even the prick of a thorn, Allah raises his status one notch and forgives one of his sins. Narrated by Aisha, Bukhari, Muslim, Tirmizi. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, when a mu'min is afflicted with pain, suffering, sadness, or even a thought that disturbs him, Allah forgives his sins because of these. Narrated by Abu Sa'id Khudri, Tirmizi. Abu Huraira, Allah be pleased with him, said, the Prophet, peace be upon him, went to visit a sick man, and I accompanied him. Addressing the sick man, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, be happy as Allah declares, fever is my fire, I send it on my true believers, so that it becomes a substitute for the hellfire. Narrated by Abu Huraira, Ibn Majah. Reward of visiting the sick. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, when a Muslim visits a sick brother, he continuously keeps collecting the dates of paradise for the time he is sitting there. Narrated by Suban, Muslim, Tirmizi, Mishkat. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, when a Muslim visits a sick Muslim in the morning, 70,000 angels beg for his forgiveness till evening. And if he visits him in the evening, these angels beg for his forgiveness till morning, and a garden is prepared for him in paradise. Narrated by Ali, Tirmizi, Abu Dawud, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, the visit to a sick man is completed when you take his hand, or place your hand on his forehead and inquire how he was. Narrated by Abi Amama, Tirmizi Mishkat. Every disease has a cure. Asama bin Sharik, Allah be pleased with him, said, I was with the Prophet, peace be upon him, when some Boers asked him, is it a sin if we do not use medicine? The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, do use medicine, as there is no ailment except old age, for which Allah has not provided medicine. Narrated by Asama, Bukhari, Tirmizi, Abu Dawud, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Allah has not made any ailment for which he has not provided a medicine. Narrated by Abu Huraira, Bukhari, Muslim, Ibn Majah, Mishkat.
Prophetic teachings emphasize the link between stomach health and overall well-being. The sick should be treated gently, given what they crave if safe, and never forced to eat. Natural remedies like honey, black seeds, mushrooms, and ajwa dates were recommended for various illnesses. The Prophet, peace be upon him, also advised on handling epidemics wisely and using medicine without relying on prohibited substances.
Using prohibited things as medicine. The Prophet, peace be upon him, forbade the use of evil medicine, i.e. medicine made of prohibited things like wine, lard, etc. Narrated by Abu Huraira, Tirmizi, Abu Dawud, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. Tariq bin Suad Hazrami, Allah be pleased with him, said, I asked the Prophet, peace be upon him, if we could press the grapes found abundantly in our area and drink them. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, no. I again said that we use these pressed grapes as medicine. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, it is not a medicine but a disease in itself. Narrated by Tariq bin Suad, Muslim, Abu Dawud, Ibn Majah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Allah made disease and medicine both and provided medicine for every disease. So use medicine, but do not use the prohibited things as medicine. Narrated by Abu al-Darda. Spin doctors. Abdullah bin Umru bin As, Allah be pleased with him, said, the one who acts as a doctor and is not proficient in it will be responsible for any complication, loss. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umru, Ibn Majah. Infection has no reality. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, infection and contagion have no reality. A man said, the camels run around in the desert like deer, but when a camel suffering from scabies joins them, all suffer from this affliction. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, then how did the first one get scabies? Narrated by Abu Huraira, Bukhari, Muslim, Mishkat. The Prophet, peace be upon him, caught the hand of a leper and made him eat from his plate, then said, I have faith in Allah, and him do I trust. Narrated by Jabbar, Ibn Majah. Healthy stomach means healthy body. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, stomach is the pond for the body. The veins travel towards the stomach. If the stomach is healthy, these veins return with health in them, and if the stomach is unhealthy, they return with disease in them. Narrated by Abu Huraira, Mishkat. The sick wishes to eat something. The Prophet, peace be upon him, visited a sick man and asked him if he wished to eat something. The man requested for wheat bread. So the Prophet, peace be upon him, asked the people around if anyone could bring the bread for his brother. Then he said, when your sick desire to eat something, provide it to them, only if it is not harmful for them. Narrated by Ibn Abbas, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. Sick must not be forced to eat. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, do not force your ill to eat or drink against their will. Allah makes them eat and drink. Narrated by Akbar bin Amir, Tirmizi, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. Running away from epidemic. The Prophet, peace be upon him, talking about the plague, said, it is a piece of the calamity meted on a tribe of the Jews. So when the plague spreads in a town where you are residing, do not run away. But if at the time you are not there, do not enter it. Narrated by Usama bin Zaid, Bukhari, Tirmizi. Treating illness with medicine. Treatment for fever. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, fever is from the steam of hell, so cool it with water. Narrated by Aisha, Bukhari, Muslim, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. Treatment for eye ailment. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, mushrooms are a fungi species, and its water is a cure for the eye. Narrated by Sa'id bin Zaid, Bukhari, Muslim, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. Abu Huraira, Allah be pleased with him, said, I took 3, 5, or 7 mushrooms, squeezed water out of them into a bottle, then put some of this water in the eyes of my maid, whose eyes were too weak to bear daylight, and she was cured. Narrated by Abu Huraira, Tirmizi, Mishkat. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, the best collyrium is Asmad, Isfahani Surma. It sharpens your eyesight and grows your hair. Narrated by Ibn Abbas, Abu Dawood, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, when applying collyrium to the eyes, apply it 3 times. If you do it, it is better for you. If you do not, there is no harm. Narrated by Abu Huraira, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. Treatment with henna. Rafai, Allah be pleased with her, who used to look after the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, when the Prophet, peace be upon him, was wounded or a thorn pricked him, he used to apply henna to it. Narrated by Salma, Tirmizi, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. Treatment with honey. A man came to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and said, my brother is suffering from loose stomach. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, make him drink honey. The man came back after some time and informed the Prophet, peace be upon him, that his brother's condition had worsened. The Prophet, peace be upon him, again said, make him drink honey. The man came the 3rd time, saying that honey was not helping. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Allah is truthful, who has declared honey as cure, and the stomach of your brother is lying. Make him drink more honey. Finally, the man was cured. Narrated by Abu Sa'id, Bukhari, Muslim, Mishkat. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, hold firmly to two cures, honey and the Qur'an. Narrated by Ibn Masud, Ibn Majah, Mishkat. Treatment by black seed of Nigella indica, Kilonji. A man fell ill and was not getting better. Abdullah bin Muhammad went to see him and said, start eating the black seed, Kilonji. Take 5 or 7 seeds, crush them and mix them in olive oil, then put a few drops of it in your nostrils. Narrated by Khalid bin Sa'd, Bukhari, Ibn Majah.